Hi everyone, welcome to Game On, the show that discusses all of what's going on in Utah Valley sports. I'm Jared Lloyd. Joining me is Darnell Dickson, BYU beat writer, and also known as Double D. Today we're talking recruiting since today's National Signing Day, and we're going to focus on what's going on at BYU. Joining us for the show today, the Total Blue Sports guys. We've got Brandon Gurney, the G-Man. We also have Talo Steves, Zion's Lion, here to discuss BYU recruiting. And we're going to start out talking about today about this recruiting class. Give me your guys' opinion on how good this class is for BYU.
It's a very good class. What I like about this class is it's well-rounded. A lot of classes are you just have top-heavy at one position. This class, you got good offensive linemen, running backs, especially wide receivers. They got some really good receivers coming in, defensive backs. It's just really well-rounded. It's formed very early on. I mean, usually we're scrambling, trying to figure out who committed in January. January's been boring. I mean, all these guys committed.
All of the guys were already there,
June,
already decided that they were coming to BYU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in the summertime, I mean, they had half the recruiting class is basically done. But you know, Brandon's right. I mean, it's a well-rounded recruiting class. You know, it's strong from top to bottom, head to toe, however you want to look at it. Quarterbacks, defensive backs, linebackers, defensive linemen, offensive linemen. It's a very strong class, much like it was last year. BYU had five true freshmen actually get some playing time, and I think we can
play
see
some extensive minutes.
Yeah, and then we could possibly see that again this year with this class.
When Bronco Mendenhall took this job, he said, "I don't want anybody else to leave," because he had a few guys that left when he took over, when he told them, "This is what we're going to do." So they're recruiting the guys that they want. They're recruiting the guys that they think are going to be there for, as it is with BYU, 7 years by the time they go on a mission, take a redshirt year. But they're getting the guys that they want. They're targeting them early so that they can get all that taken care of. And it's worked well. They had 22 or 23 commitments before the season started. And they're going to finish with about 26 or 27 that'll commit today.
It's definitely a unique recruiting process at BYU, more so than any other college university.
Yeah, what Bronco's been doing is he's not sugarcoating anything for these kids. They're coming in and he's telling them what BYU is, what's expected of them. He's not hiding anything like honor coding, you know. But he's letting them know, and he wants to know that these kids will be here 4 years. I mean, we saw with past classes, very, very good recruits came in, but so what? They never played for BYU. These are kids that Bronco has evaluated that he believes will be here 4 years from now.
I think it's ironic that Bronco, at first when he took the job, people thought he might be a little bit too intense to go into a living room and close the deal.
You're right.
That certainly hasn't been the case. Parents love him. The kids appreciate someone who's straightforward with them and tells them this is how it's going to work. And I think it's worked well for him. They're getting the guys they want to get their program the way that they want it.
Well, like you guys talked about, it's a unique situation, but Bronco did get some, there was some criticism about his methods early on, about signing this many early guys. What about the guys that don't decide? Now, how has that played out?
The criticism has come from schools that don't do that, and then they lose those guys to BYU and think, maybe we should have recruited earlier on, right? That's what I think anyway.
Absolutely.
Well, it's always a risk. I mean, he put out the model, pretty much if you want to get recruited from BYU, you got to be going to the summer camps, you got to be performing well as a junior, they got to know about you before then. And he's probably going to miss out on some guys that really started to develop during the senior year. But with recruiting, I mean, it's a crapshoot anyway. In many regards, you're going to miss out on guys regardless. But what he's doing is he's evaluating guys that he feels can play and that can be here and are BYU type of guys.
Absolutely, and all those guys have committed early this past summer. The word's been put out, hey, if you want to become a member of this football team, you better commit early because once the ball gets rolling, especially if they're going to feed the Mountain West Conference and, of course, kicking Oregon's butt 38-8, Las Vegas Bowl, the ball's going to be rolling. If you don't commit early, you might be left out in the cold.